Moore's law states that processing power of computers doubles every 18 months. However, since Cydery opened a computer research branch 2 years ago, this increase has tripled. This defies any logic and leads to an obvious conclusion. Aliens, I tell you. Alright, we are back to Don't Escape 4. Day number 3, the last final hours of day number 3 as we prepare for this acidic thunderstorm. You're probably wondering what's happening over here. Well, you see at the end of last video, things were going pretty slow. I would say we did lose Barry, but I was taken hostage. I was kidnapped, apparently, by what seems to be the military, I think. And here we are. Alright, let's keep this civilized. I'm very much in favor of that. Let's start with this. Who are you? What are you doing here? None of your business? Probably shouldn't be saying that to people pointing guns at us. We're a family, just travelers. Well, allegedly wife and kid. Let's go with that one. What happens if you have Barry instead? Could you pull off the family thing with Barry? We're just looking for supplies. My name is David. This is my wife, Kate. David? Relax, dear. I got this. Sure. Dear. So as I was saying, that's us. That's our son, Cody.
Yes, hello.
And you're just looking for supplies? Yes, can I ask you the same question? Sergeant First Class Franklin McWillis. And this is my squad. Josh, Mark, Stephen, Paul. So, you're with the Army? We are the Army. All that's left of it, it would appear. There's no more government, no more HQ, we're on our own. So you're still wearing uniforms, though? That's what keeps us together, son. What are you gonna do with us now? Nothing. At ease, guys. Back to your post. Alright. Sorry about that. You never know these days. It's good to meet a friendly face for once. So he's not a bad guy, okay, wow. I thought, it's from the fire, or at least from the frying pan into the fire here, but apparently not bad, I think. You've got a wounded person. Where will you go? Do you have any interesting places? The moon, and we have a spaceship. What happened to him? Who, Steve? We were attacked. Small group of bandits, nothing we couldn't handle. But Steve was wounded, and is not doing well. We don't have anything to treat him with. I was hoping we'd find something here, but no luck. What do you need exactly? Some bandages. And something to disinfect his wound. We have bandages. Not sure if we could use them for ourselves, and we also got whiskey at the hunting cabin, didn't we? That could be it. Where will you go? So what's your plan, Sarge? We're headed west. It's our final stop before we attempt to take on the desert and what lies beyond this place. I guess you're traveling in the same direction. You could join us if you want. That's nice of you. Do you know of any interesting places? We're looking for things to fortify our hideout. Huh. There's a construction site south of here. My boys saw it when they scouted the area, but we're not sure what's there. Maybe you'll find something useful there. Here, let me mark it on your map. Actually, we're going east. East? That's a terrible idea. Why? We just came from there, escaping a dreadful storm. It's hell, I'm telling you. Thunderstorms like you've never seen them before. The rain is acidic. It burns skin. Trust me. No, you don't want to go east. Not today, at least. Yeah, I saw it in my dream. How do we survive the storm? Damn it, son, why are you so stubborn? If you have to stay, dig some ditches around your hideout to lead the water away. Also, maybe talk to Paul. He's our technician and I know he has some scientific instruments that might help you. But don't expect our help for nothing in return. We have our own needs. Like your wounded guy there. Gotcha. The moon is falling on our heads. Yeah? Well, I didn't notice. Maybe I was too busy trying to look after myself and my damn squad, because that moon dam exploded and it's falling on us. What I meant was, it is going to crash into Earth, like, really soon. Good. Good? It's all gonna end. It has to. This whole nightmare. Let me tell you a story, okay? Sure. A squad was helping with evacuation. We were on a chopper hovering over a football stadium where people had gathered. We're picking up the wounded to get them to safety. Suddenly, bam! Another earthquake started and everything went to hell. Literally. The ground split open, bursting out red flames. Do you know the Bible? I'm not an expert. I wasn't a religious man either, but after seeing all this, after seeing a whole stadium of people being swallowed by hell itself in one chop, it was then that I realized there is no hope. Nothing is going to end well. This is Judgment Day, the final chapter of mankind.
We might have a clue as to where to find a spaceship.
Yeah. What do you need that for?
To escape?
To escape? You're out of your mind. Where would you escape?
Oh, there's a space station, supposedly.
Son, I understand you want to survive at all costs, but this is being delusional. The entire world is dead. This isn't something you just escape from. You can't. There's nowhere to go. There is no magical kingdom, no wonderful utopia waiting for survivors. No space station will save you. Don't let anyone fool you like that.
Well, that's what Kate says, and I don't trust her, so, you know, I kind of like Sarge. At least he's realistic. Come with us. Don't you want to come with us? David, a word, please? What is it, Kate? We can't just offer a ride to everyone we meet. Cody, I get it, he's with us, but we can't take any more hitchhikers. We don't know what condition the ship is in. How much fuel will there be? How much air reserves? There might be a strict weight limit.
It's okay. I wouldn't want to go anyway.
But the world is doomed.
I've come to terms with that.
And your men? They have the right to decide for themselves, right?
Right? But we're a team. A squad that keeps together no matter what.
Why don't you ask them yourself? Right now I'm asking you.
Okay, so here's my answer. Good luck with your plan. I mean it. But we're staying.
I have the bandages on me and... Oh, sweet, okay. So we have everything on us.
This bandage should help.
Yeah, thanks. And... whiskey. I guess this could be used to disinfect the wound.
Whoa, wait.
That'd be a waste of fine whiskey.
Oh, come on. You can have the rest of it. That's it. We can now properly mend your wound, Steve. Can you help, Kate?
Why, because I'm a girl, automatically means I'm a nurse? It's okay, I'll do it. What is it with Kate? Can you just be kind in this apocalypse that we're living in? Is that so difficult? Well, this is what I wanted to come here for to begin with before everything got sidetracked. Which was these restrooms. This was all completely covered in webs, but apparently now it is not. We have a magazine here. This issue's special report, Cyrioplex Coma Clinic. Is it real? Legit clinic? Is it a real or legit clinic for people in the prolonged comatose state? Or perhaps it's something much more sinister than that. We at Weekly Conspiracy believe there is something more to it than meets the public eye. Let's take a closer look at the mega corporation US investment. Read more inside this issue. Cyrioplex doesn't have to be introduced to anyone. Electronics, computers, automotive industry, space exploration, you name it. Their newly opened facility doesn't look like another cash grab by the corporation. A clinic for people in comas. If your loved one had the misfortune of falling into a coma, you might want some professional care for them. Usually this kind of deal is super expensive. Cyrioplex's sleeper clinic, however, is dirt cheap. Why would a corporation focus solely on its own profits do something like this? People point out that it's just a PR stunt, an attempt to improve its image. While this is entirely probable, we don't believe it to be the truth. As we all know, the truth is always hidden much deeper. Some facilities that decided to use the clinic, and who wish to remain anonymous, Weekly Conspiracy readers, report seeing their loved ones in public, walking around as if nothing had happened. Approached, they don't even recognize their family members, displaying totally different alien behaviors. While the wake-up rate of the people in comas is low in general, the reports of coma patients having like completely different people is unheard of. Could it mean Cyreal is using them for scientific experimentation? Brainwashing is one option, but we at Weekly Conspiracy have another possible and chilling solution. Cyrioplex is working on some sort of mind transfer technology. They're using people in comas as vessels for other consciousness, not interested in the well-being of the owner of the original body. They are just using them as sleeves of sorts. While this is totally speculative, and we lack the necessary proof, we have been contacted by a supposed former clinic worker who confirmed their theory. Unfortunately, all contact with that person since has been lost. We don't know who that person was and whether or not they were being truthful. We will continue this topic in future issues of Weekly Conspiracy, so stay tuned and remember, they want you to think we are the crazy ones. Anybody else just love reading like conspiracy theories? I love them. Like, I don't believe in most conspiracy theories. If anything, like 99% of them, maybe all of them, really. But I do love reading conspiracy theories because it's kind of like a form of, like, quote-unquote realistic sci-fi. Like, it's sci-fi for us here in the real world, you know, where you read something on, like, you know, one of those dirt sheets on the news rack at a checkout stand. You just open it up, it's like, you know, aliens landed so-and-so. I love reading that stuff. It's just so interesting. Okay, they were not the boys we had to talk to. What about you? Paul. Oh, yeah, he did mention Paul, so this is the guy. David, huh? I'm Paul. I'm the team's main engineer. Engineer, huh? Nice to meet you. Is there anything you need? Yeah. How do I get whatever technology I'm looking to get from you? We want to survive that storm. Why don't you just come with us and avoid the whole thing? There's no time. Escaping the storm means we lose too much of tomorrow to travel back. If I were you, I'd make sure the house you're staying at has a lightning rod on the roof. And if it doesn't, I'd make one. Lightning rod, huh? Okay. Do you have anything that might help us with a thunderstorm? Well, I have something. They're called storm catchers. Experimental devices created by Sidereal Plexus. How did you know? Well, they make everything. Anyway, this technology actually repels thunderstorms. Can we have them? Well, since you helped Steve, I feel obligated to help you in return. So here they are. So how do I use those? Okay, so there are 3 catchers in this set. Each of them has to be mounted in a high spot. The higher the better. Also, each of them needs electricity to function. High spot? Is that with the tree? The tree at the hunting lodge. That's the reason why we were able to climb up there. Just dawned on me right now, too. Also, each of them needs electricity to function. In order to make them work, you need to have a place all within a few miles of each other. Try forming a triangle around your hideout. Interesting. Restaurant Pylon? I guess it's a good spot. Can you help us with a stormcatcher there? I don't know. Ask Sarge if that's possible. Paul gave me those stormcatcher things.
Ah, yeah, he told me about those.
Yeah, so I'm supposed to install them somewhere high above ground? Form a triangle around their base?
Sounds like a plan to me, if Paul says it'll work.
This restaurant's pylon sign isn't very high, but it's surrounded by mostly empty space. It should be sufficient, according to Paul. Could you help us get it up there? We don't have a ladder or anything like that.
How about we trade?
What do you have in mind?
We're low on ammo, and our guns are in critical condition. Bring me a firearm and some bullets, and I can order my men to install this thing for you up there. Do we have a deal?
Yes, we do. That's actually amazing because since we went to the hunting lodge, we did find revolver and ammo.
You've done your part. Just give me the stormcatcher and we'll put it on top of the restaurant's pylon sign. Okay, I'll tell my boys to put that on the pylon for you. We'll also power the pylon so the stormcatcher actually works.
Thanks, Sarge.
No problem. But remember, you still have to install 2 more catchers to form a triangle around your base.
Okay, so we are completely filled up. Let's go check out this construction site here. We still have 9 hours and 30 minutes, so still plenty of time to explore a little bit, but we have to eventually start going back home and preparing ourselves. We have to make apparently a lightning rod, we have to dig ditches according to what Paul told us, so there's plenty of things we still have to do around home. This is a new area altogether. Back to the road. Construction equipment parking space. Construction site entrance. So we have 2 different locations here. I guess we'll start with the front here first. A magazine. Sidereal Plexus special issue. Oh man, I love this one with the first one. Alright, cool. More of this. Last issue we investigated Sidereal Plexus Sleeper Clinic. While the problem still exists and people out there are still being controlled by mind-transferring technology, we at Weekly Conspiracy began to wonder, why does Sidereal Plexus have this technology in the first place, together with all their advancements in space exploration, energy, and computers?
'Cause it's aliens, man!
These days, Sidereal Plexus seem to be first to come up with anything. To us, this seems just a bit too suspicious. They might have the best engineers in the world, but they can't explain how they are producing countless advancements, introducing many of them into our everyday lives. One can only wonder what fraction of their technology we're actually seeing. Moore's law states that processing power of computers doubles every 18 months. However, since Sidereal opened a computer research branch 2 years ago, this increase has tripled. This defies any logic and leads to an obvious conclusion.
Aliens!
I tell you. We at Weekly Conspiracy believe Sidereal Plexus has been in contact with extraterrestrial beings since its founding. When you think about it, it's been right in front of us this entire time. Sidereal, as in stellar or astral. It's pretty solid proof. So it's not really sidereal, as I've been saying. You're telling me it's like sidereal. 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 So I've been saying sidereal this entire time when it's different. Whatever. Stellar or astral. It's pretty solid proof that their technology wasn't created on this planet, whether by allowing alien spaceships to land in their secret facilities or by opening portals to other universes. They are importing the technology from an otherworldly place. The real question is, what is the price they are paying? Let's hope we never find out, because we at Weekly Conspiracy fear this price might hurt us all. Aliens! No, David. No aliens. Don't believe in everything you read. Even if it's not far from the actual truth. It isn't? Let's move, David. Well, I mean, you would say that, Kate. Well, let's come down here. And, spool of wire. It's stuck under the large heap of concrete. It's big and heavy, and it's in the way. Gotta remove you. Somehow. Anything else? Oh, generator on the other side? A crane. Oh, that's probably how we move you. And oh, this is the... I got you. So we gotta come through here maybe to move you, and okay. So, let's see. There's a couple of things here. For one, we have a generator. I did pick up fuel, and I filled up the car, and I also have this. I was going to use this for the generator back home, but I guess since we're here, more than likely we're going to have to power this up. Metal bars. Oof, we are at our weight limit. But again, we're going to probably pump this up with fuel right now, so I guess it'll give us some room. Alrighty, it's out of fuel, big surprise. I feel the generator now, I just have to start it. And that's probably for the crane boy. Do you want to climb up this construction cane? Yes. And I guess we control you from there. A box of cables as well. Some electrical cables inside. Could we... Is there a way to look at the map from here? We're really high up. And we have to do a triangle around the house, so... We have Burger Place, you're in the south, and then the cabin with the tree is over to the east. Hold up, let's see here. Can I do this? Ah! Can't do it? Oh, you know what? Because it's on. Probably. Okay, so let me get back to you. Let me do this here first, I guess. I think that's probably where we could put the Stormcatcher, because it needs electricity. It's obviously powered up, and it's really, really high up. Should be it. Aha! Don't follow me, please. Spool of wire. Okay, so we have... Let's not check that under that big-ass thing. A long reel of conductive wire. Conductive. And let's go back now and let's see if this works. So more than likely what we gotta do is like install it and then turn it back on before we leave, though. I've installed the Stormcatcher. Perfect. Mayweather, Catherine Mayweather. Huh? Is that your name? Why do you ask? I've seen it in the documents. Oh, I never asked her this one? Oh, I guess I was too caught up with the death of Barry and burying him. You worked for Sidereal, didn't you? Or Cityreal, whatever. Briefly. I didn't even know where this office was before the dream I just had. And I definitely wasn't important enough to earn my place in the lifeboat, it appears. Because you were just a pilot. Why hide it? Why conceal that information? Isn't it obvious, David? Sidereal cost it. All of it. The moon? Yeah, and more than that. I wasn't directly involved, but you can imagine I don't want to be shot in the face by a stranger for mentioning that my employer has accidentally destroyed the world. I mean, sure, I can understand it. What else are you hiding? Nothing. Jeez, David. I'm sorry, but I think you know more than you say. That turned out to be true in the past, and I think it's still the case. Alright, you don't have to trust me if you don't want to. Just help me get to that ship. Where do you think these dreams come from? How's it even possible? I believe those are visions, sent by someone. The aliens! I think you're crazy if I didn't have the same thoughts myself. Maybe we're both crazy then. Well, that's always possible. Alrighty, so we should have a bit of a cut forward here once I do my post-editing. After the construction site, I went back home and I just dumped stuff off and did a little bit of item management and stuff like that. And I also grabbed ourselves the old extension cord, which I believe is what we need for the Stormcatcher on that giant tree over there. So let's see, let's start off over here by putting you down. Where should I take the end of the extension cord? I guess you gotta push it through the broken window. Okay, it's outside now. There she is. So... do I attach? No, I mean... where should I take the end of the extension cord? I mean, up the tree, I guess? That's a long-ass extension cord, I gotta be honest with you. Do you want to climb this tree and find an extension cord with the extension cord? Yeah. 10 minutes? Well, needs to be done, so here it is, and I guess now we rock it like a hurricane. It's plugged in and working, or at least it's glowing. So I think we're done. Now it's a matter of just going back home and getting us prepared. We have to do a couple of things. We still have to make the lightning rod, which I'm thinking probably that conductor wire that we found. And the ditch that we have to dig according to Paul that told us. Alright, so we're back home. I went and I grabbed fuel again, refilled the car over time. Brought back another canister to power up our generator for the house tonight, assuming we do need it for whatever reason. And it's time to start getting our house ready for the storm here. So the first thing I guess we should probably do is, Paul told us something about digging ditches around to sway the water away. Use shovel on ground around the base. Do you want to dig ditches around the house? It will help with all the water that will pour down from the sky during the incoming storm. So 120 minutes normally, but with Kate and Cody's help, it'll be 105. Still a long time, but hey, we need to do it. So ditches around the base have now been situated. I don't have a key for this, so I can't unlock that unless you're already unlocked. You're locked, of course you would be. Of course you would be. I mentioned to you guys, I was going to use the plastic wrap, but then we found wooden boards. Which one works better? I don't know. I'm going to go plastic wrap, although you're probably thinking Falcon the Thunder might rip through the wrapping, sure. But I feel like the wooden board would just... I guess it would just soak up the rain too. I don't know. I initially had plastic wrap in mind, so I'm going to go with that. Okay, so with this one right here, it should be the last window. We now have wrapping and duct tape on all of our windows over here, so I think hopefully that's fine. Now, we still have work to do up above. I got the tarp, and we have wire. They mention lightning rod, and we have a wire that happens to be very conductive. Kate, it looked like Kate was like, you know, just sliding across the floor just now. It was kind of really eerie. Let's go up top. And if we're gonna have a lightning rod, it's got to be up here somewhere in the middle, right? So, we also have this big-ass hole with that helicopter. I'm imagining that's what the tarp's gonna be for. Because otherwise, like, if it's acidic rain, we gotta cover this up. Last time we had the thermal blanket, but this is acidic rain now. Do you want to cover the helicopter and the hole in the wall with the tarp? Yes. Go for it. I put the tarp over the helicopter. It covers most of the hole. Perfect. Now, how do we do this lightning rod? Do you install the wire on the chimney and lead it down to the ground? I mean, that would ground it, so yeah. I've installed a lightning rod. Or at least a makeshift one. Alright. Well, that's done. So you think you're ready. Pick one item from your inventory that you would like to equip during the night. Well, I don't think we need anything really, so... I mean... I don't think we need anything, so yeah, cancel. No, I mean, not cancel, but... nothing. Just my bare hands. As the day ended, black clouds pushed by winds from the east covered the sky, casting dark shadows on the ground below. Loud thunder was sounding all around the place, preceded by sudden and sharp flashes of light. With them, the first raindrops fell on the wasteland. It was not a life-giving water the dry land had been thirsty for. It was saturated with burning acid, as if Earth decided to clean its surface of life before the moon did. You put a stormcatcher on a crane on the construction site. The special magnetic field pushed 5% of the clouds away from the region. You put a stormcatcher in the tall tree in a forest. 5 away. You put a stormcatcher hamburger joint. 5 away. Down 85. All 3 stormcatchers were placed and functional. You formed a triangle around your base, shielding it by 20 more %. Perfect. So we're 65 already. You dug ditches around the base, driving away some of the water protecting you from being flooded and reduced the threat by 15%. You secured the helicopter hull covering with a tarp. This prevented some water from pouring into the house, however it wasn't a perfect fix, stopping 10% of the rain, so I could have done maybe more there. You closed the roof hatch. Good idea. 10% more. You made an improved lightning rod on the roof. Good call. Lightning struck the house, hitting it directly. If it wasn't for the rod, the roof would have taken a serious hit. This lowered the threat by 20%. We've already survived. You closed the front door. It stopped water from getting in. You closed the back door. It stopped water from getting in. The window on the ground floor was covered with plastic wrap, though foil was attached to the frame with a lot of duct tape. 4%. So maybe the board could have been better? I mean, either way, that was only one window. We still have 2 more to go and we're already at 0%. So your boy did it. Day 3 achievement unlocked. Perfect. The roof was already leaking, but not much of the rainwater managed to pour inside. You were safe. You survived to see another day. And we're in day number 4 coming up. The outside already looks terrifying from this angle. A cold night outside. Oh, I get to use the door for once. Okay. Oh, mama. Something tells me there's no fortifying the house from that. We gotta get off of this planet. So it is today. Is it? Yeah. I've seen it. This time, there is no way to survive this. We know where the ship is. Come on, Kate. How's that gonna save us? Maybe if you tell me more about the space station, the story will be more believable. But so far, just a little longer, David. Let's go to that outpost. It's pretty far away, so you better take a car. And is there going to be a spaceship? Yes. Like a real one? Are we going into space? Exactly. I want to go to space. Woo! Look what you've done to the child. Alright, we're going to wrap it up here. We're done with day 3. We survived. Day 4, just to survive, and we just have to escape. Can we do that and don't escape? I guess we'll find out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Stick around for the next one. Day 4 coming up. I'll catch you then.